Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, it's a pleasure to have you over. My name is Camille, I'm an English teacher. I'm from Brazil, but I've been living in Los Angeles for the past 6 years and a half. I already posted a couple of videos that are 100% in English, and this one is just another one. But I want to change things around just a bit. So the idea of this new season of these videos that are 100% in English, I want to do day-to-day things to show you that you too can do the same to practice your speaking abilities. Correct? Good. But here you're also practicing your listening abilities, and you can also turn on the captions so you can practice your reading skills. All right? So for today, I'm going to be doing food prep for the week and also a bread recipe. Recently, I found out that I cannot have dairy products, and that was a complete shock for me because I'm from a region in Brazil that people eat a lot of dairy products. So I'm sad. Happily, I can have this thing before having dairy products, but that's not the point of today. Somehow it's not good for me to be eating gluten all the time. So that's why I'm making this bread, because it cannot contain wheat flour and anything that has gluten, okay? So that's what we're doing. But before anything, I gotta clean up, I gotta tidy up this kitchen because it's kind of a mess. So join me as we do that. And before anything, please pay attention to the vocabulary I'm gonna be using so you can increase yours too. So the first thing I have to do is to unload the dishwasher. So there are a bunch of clean things here that I have to, just put them in their place. So I have to put them away in the cabinets, right? Let's do that first. By the way, we just came back from the beach. We went to Santa Monica for a walk, and it was very pleasant. So I decided to change things a little in my channel. I want to post more videos, and for that, I simply understood that I have to make things simpler for me as well. Join me, please do the same at your place. Start cooking, clean up your kitchen, do whatever you gotta do, and practice your English with us. One of the best things in adult life is to buy a dishwasher. I've never been the same after having a dishwasher. I'll tell you guys that. First, because here at home, I'm the one responsible for this area, cooking and cleaning. So it saves us a lot of time. And I even feel the desire of learning new recipes, trying new things for the fun of it, and to, develop myself as a person, getting more autonomy in life. By the way, I'm also using a new lens, so if anything gets out of focus, be patient. I'm gonna fix it throughout the video. And do you guys have this habit of prepping food for the week? Or do you cook every day? Leave it in the comments. Because I work from home, I used to have the habit of cooking every day. Not every meal, but almost every day. And that was very tiring. First of all, because the kitchen was always kind of messy, and that's not fun. And I always had to stop something very important from work, for example, to cook. Bruno, my husband, also started a new diet, so I found that to help him with his diet was important to food prep everything in advance. And now that's gonna help me as well, because I'm also changing my diet because of these kind of restrictions that I have. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I've been suffering for a long time with this lactose intolerance that I wasn't aware of. So if you feel that your digestive system is not working properly, this is a piece of advice for you. Please go see the doctor because it might just be that. And it's been almost a month that I've been, not eating dairy products and also avoiding gluten, and it's been another life. And now I'm gonna load the dishwasher. I was unloading, and I'm gonna load it. Okay, the dishwasher is loaded, but there are a couple of things that I prefer to wash with my hands simply because I think it's better, okay? Which are the pans. So I'm gonna do that. But before we move any forward, please, if you're enjoying this video, just subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I hope that you can watch more of these videos that I'm gonna be making in the future, okay? So let's wash this The hardest part of recording these videos that are in English and that the focus is on your listening skills is not listening to music. Oh my gosh. Otherwise, my video would be blocked for copyrights. And here's another tip. Please wear gloves to wash the dishes. You don't want something that is good for cleaning fat on your skin, right? We don't want that. Oh, and by the way, I also bought these loaf silicone pans and not tray. This is not a tray. This is a baking pan for the bread. So this is new. I also have to wash them. Let's do it. Aí agora nós vamos fazer time-lapse maroto, porque ninguém merece ficar vendo a gente lavar a louça, né? This is a new angle. This is cool. So I also have some of my containers here to make my life easier in the near future. Let's do this. Honestly, nothing better than this. Now, let's start cooking. I've got my computer here with some of the notes. So here's a list of everything we're gonna be making this evening. By the way, it's 8:10 p.m. So first, overnight oats. Second, I'm not sure, but probably banana cookies. Then we're gonna start making our bread by cooking some potatoes. And after that, we're switching to the meal prep itself with tomatoes, carrots, broccoli, onion, minced meat, and seasoning the chicken. Seasoning everything and chopping, cutting, and slicing everything up. Let's do it. So this is the trash for today, and I'm gonna place it here just because I wanna take out the trash after this meal prep. First things first, overnight oats. Let's get it. Here it is. All right, here we come. So my mom made this cooking notebook for me, and I love it. It's one of the last recipes I added here. There you go, overnight oats. You're gonna learn a bunch of nice recipes with this video. Are you ready? I hope you are. So, half cup of rolled oats. This doesn't look much, does it? I'm gonna double it simply because I'm gonna eat this much throughout the week, not in one day, so that's fine. 1 cup of rolled oats. This is a good amount. A cup of milk. You can choose the best one for you. For me, it's a lactose-free milk. Oops, gotta open it. This is half and another half. I'm so brave. Now we're gonna shake this up just because it's faster and easier. There you go. Now we're gonna add, we should add 2 quarters, which is half of a cup of yogurt, but I won't because I didn't buy any lactose-free yogurt. But I'm gonna add 1 scoop of whey protein, and probably I'm gonna add more water in the future or more milk. And honestly, this whey protein powder does not taste good. Before anything, let me add more milk. I'm gonna add half cup, just considering the whey protein. It doesn't look bad. What else? What else? It will be 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. We're gonna add 4. And by the way, guys, as I said, the idea is to bring you more of these videos. So please let me know in the comments, what do you think? And what kind of scenarios would you like to see me practicing English with you throughout my day? Please let me know in the comments. Now, another question. Do you like peanut butter? Because this one really needs a little stir. My idea for this video was only to record the bread. But I was like, okay, whatever, let's do the whole thing. I love peanut butter. Nossa, tá caindo tudo. Nossa, que bagunça. 4. Not bad, not bad. Now I'm gonna give it another mix, and that's why I like this kind of jar. Almost like a workout. We're not only cooking. Now let's wash the veggies. What veggies? The fruits, the berries, and add some here. And at this point, you can add as much as you want if you're not following like a very strict diet, because these are very good berries. I'm gonna add a handful of each one of these. Raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries, but these I'm gonna cut in half because they're giant. Look at this! Giant! And my problem with this overnight oats jar is that it's so good that I just feel like eating right now, but it's full of calories. This is for my post-workout. So we're not doing it right now. I actually have a dinner container ready to go for me. So yeah, let's think about something else. This was the last ingredient, right? Yeah, you can also add some chia seeds, but we're not doing this right now. Let's give it the last shake. And this is how it looks. Very proteic, very delicious, to the fridge. Now, for the cookies, let's grab this bowl, a plate, and another smaller bowl. His favorite whey protein, cocoa powder, and banana, oats, chickpea flour, 3 eggs, and milk. All right, let's get started. First things first, let's mash the potatoes, the bananas. Let's peel them. Guys, I'm so sorry for the focus. So let's mash them. Okay, this is looking good. Half a cup of oats. Again, oats. A quarter of a cup of chickpea flour. Let me mix this first. And I bet you could also add some cinnamon, if you're into cinnamon, to this recipe. I like cinnamon, mainly with banana, like in banana bread. But as long as we're gonna have a lot of chocolate, I don't like to add it. But you do you, I do me. Before things get any messier, let's work with the bowl that is better. And guys, I'm trying to, it's hard to speak, pause, and then do things. So I'm so sorry for the audio if it's not the best. These are real circumstances. So this is even something important for you to consider. Do not practice your listening abilities only in perfect scenarios. All right? Good. Quarter of a cup of chickpea flour. Okay, next thing. And this would be a scoop and a half. A scoop and a half. What do you guys think about this recipe so far? Does it look good? And I'm gonna throw a challenge in the air. I challenge you to write down all of the recipes with all the ingredients and all of the measurements. Can you do that? This is gonna help our community as well. So please, if you can, if you're practicing with this video, and if you're practicing at home, you're not driving and anything like that, please do it. This is not as dry as you would expect, right? That's true. Next step, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Cocoa powder. Oh my God. Where is the focus, Camille? I don't know. Please help me out, camera. This is a tablespoon and, this is a teaspoon. And in a tablespoon, we have 3 of these. So if we need 3 of that, this cocoa powder is unsweetened as well. And we're not gonna use sugar in anything that we're cooking. In this recipe, mainly because we already have 2 bananas. And this is the good part. You first do what you want to do and the sweet tooth kind of situation. So then, even when you get a little bit tired, you think like, oh my God, I still need to cook my meals. So you don't run away from anything you have to cook. Either you cook or you cook. Okay, this is looking and smelling great. Next step would be 1 yolk and 2 whites. So this yellow thing is the yolk, yellow, yolk. Both start with the same letter, so that's better for you to remember. And these are the whites. 1 white, another white. Okay? Now it's one yolk. And this, the first yolk, we're gonna use for another thing in the future. And the last ingredient would be 1 tablespoon of milk. This is with a little bit of peanut butter, but that's okay. So 1 of this. Nice. Now let's give it a little stir. Probably the eggs were bigger this time. So let's add a little bit more of chickpea flour. No, half tablespoon. And a little bit of cocoa powder as well. An extra tablespoon of cocoa powder. Cooking is risking. And we are risking live recording a video. Because that's it. That's it. Now we're gonna scoop the batter into cookies. Now we're gonna layer parchment paper on the baking tray. I'm gonna preheat the oven. Now we're gonna scoop these babies. It should give us 15 cookies. The last time I made this recipe, it gave me 15 cookies. Let's see how it goes now. I think it's, as I said, there's more moisture. So I don't know how they're gonna come out, but this is good. So I have one of these tools and I love them. I don't think that this looks good, guys. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Let's do it. I bet that the bananas probably were bigger and also the eggs. Anyhow, we're having some fun, right? And it can go wrong. Okay, so far we got 9 cookies. I'm gonna bake these. I'm gonna use this one as well. So the leftovers, I'm gonna do something else because I don't wanna do like a 3rd baking tray. So we're gonna make some cupcakes, I guess. To the oven for, I didn't write it down, but 20 minutes, I guess. 15 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, and that's it. All right, you guys, now it's time to get the real cooking going. I mean, my meals. This is a little bit dirty. We're not gonna mind this, and I still have a yolk here. That's okay. So let me check the list. And this is something, guys. First things first, do you like to cook? Do you like to cook? Do you find joy in cooking or not? This is something that I learned through the years, but mainly when I moved out from my parents' house to live on my own. And also after getting married, here's a tip for you. If you don't like to cook, please, you have to know what you're gonna cook before getting into the kitchen. And as I did when we first started this video, I first got the kitchen organized and clean. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the pans I need, the containers I need, and all the tools and the cutlery I need to cook. So first, organize your kitchen, clean everything, have a space to work. But before cooking, you have to go to the grocery shop. Before going to the grocery shop, you have to have a list of the ingredients you're gonna need. And before knowing the ingredients, you have to think about your diet and the meals. Do I have these ingredients at home or do I have to buy them? You're gonna spend less money in your grocery shopping, and I truly believe that you're gonna change your relationship with this time of the day. Now that we've got our overnight oats and our banana cookie, we're gonna prepare the potatoes. Now we're gonna cut into chunks 2 different types of potatoes. I've got these 2 that I'm gonna be using for the bread, and these are for the regular meals. We need a cutting board. Where is my cutting board? Where is my cutting board? It's dirty because we used it during lunch. I forgot to clean this one. All right, let me get this out of the way. Okay, I already washed them. What we're gonna do is to peel the skin off and also cut them into chunks. And before we move any forward, oh, we're also working on this later today, which is something I forgot to mention. And let's boil these babies right here. So let's add some tap water. So here's some tap water. And another thing that changes everything. If you don't have the right tools, oh boy, you're gonna spend so much time. For example, this peeler. this pillar. Look how fast. Now let's cut them in, not chunks. They won't be big pieces because I want them to cook fast. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna put them here in a bowl simply because the water is still heating up. It's not boiling yet. And I'm gonna fill it with water so it doesn't get brown. Ta-da! Now let's do the same with these ones. The cookies are ready. Let's check them out. Oh my goodness! They are perfect. So there's something about cookies. Even when we get them out of the oven, they are still baking. So we still have to wait for 10 minutes before removing them from the baking tray. So this is the first tray actually. Look at them, look at them. And the second one on top, and they look pretty. Now the water is already boiling and I'm gonna place the potatoes there very calmly and peacefully. Let's keep peeling. All right, guys, I changed my mind. Instead of cutting these sweet potatoes into chunks, I'm gonna cut them into little cubes, small cubes, so I don't have to cook them, so I can bake them. I'm gonna bake them straight away. So let's do this now. All right, 10 minutes later. Now I can take the cookies out of the baking trays. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna eat them. These are especially and only for Bruno because I used a regular whey protein powder and you know, I'm lactose free now. So, but these cookies are just really, can you see that? They're looking amazing. Oh, and the cupcakes. They worked well. I mean, aside from the paper problem. This is perfect. Oh, this is perfect. Look at these. I'm selling them, guys. If you want to place your order, feel free. My phone number is... This is such a good dessert. Oh boy. I gotta have dinner, guys. I'm hungry at this point. The sweet potatoes are ready. Here they are. So let's place them in the baking tray. Now with aluminum foil, a lot of sweet potatoes, but I'm gonna do at least half and then I'm gonna freeze the other part because this is okay. Then I can boil this and bake later. To season them, we're gonna spray a little coconut oil, then salt, add a little bit of paprika. I love it. I love it. Let's see how that looks. This is looking good. Come on. Let's spread them evenly. Right, we don't want any sweet potato on top of another. We want them to bake evenly. Okay, just a little bit more of coconut oil and a little bit more of paprika and a little bit more of salt. To the oven for, I don't know, 25 minutes. I'm gonna do 25. We gotta optimize our time, our space, and the tools we have. Now, the potatoes are also cooked. But for this recipe, we're gonna use this baby right here. Right? And do I remember the recipe? Oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited for this recipe. I truly hope it works. To a mixer, we're gonna add 2 potatoes that we just cooked. I'm so silly. 2 potatoes, what else? 2 eggs. 1, 2 tablespoons of oil, olive oil. Honestly, I'm just gonna eyeball it, okay? When you're not sure of the measurement, you say that you eyeball it. 1, 2. Yes. Now, this is important. I believe it's 1 cup of corn starch, but I don't have it at home. This is for you. What am I gonna do? Instead of adding 1 cup of cornstarch and half a cup of rice flour, I'm gonna blend chickpea flour with rice flour because that's what I got at home. And this is something for you. Try to make the recipe with what you got at home. If you don't feel like buying one ingredient for one specific recipe or anything like that, I always try to adapt. So try to do the same. Half cup of chickpea flour, and then the rest is gonna be rice flour. And there you go, rice flour, a cup of rice flour. After that, we add the baking powder, 1 tablespoon again. But before adding this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blend this before and add the salt. This is looking good, but I just realized that the potatoes are here. So I'm just gonna change the baking settings to convection and rise the temperature. And now I still got 10 minutes left. I'm gonna bring it down a little so it's faster. And that's it. Oh, wow. I mean, this is looking like bread, isn't it? I don't know. The smell is good. I hope it tastes good. I feel like adding 1 more egg, but I don't want the bread to taste like egg. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna remove him from here because we don't need a system anymore. Now the kitchen is becoming a mess and I don't like to work in messy places. So I'm gonna remove the blade if I can. Of course I can. Wow, this is such a good spatula. Can you tell? Oh boy. By the way, I bought it at IKEA. It comes 2 spatulas and they're pretty awesome. What are things that you do, not necessarily every day, but weekly or monthly, that makes you feel good about yourself? Cooking is one of these things for me. I feel that I'm capable of learning, testing, trying things out, and I believe this is a good feeling. I know we're also getting a lot of things dirty, but I'm not gonna focus on that right now. And again, I'm making the bread because of the situation that I'm going through, but you don't have to make the bread. The battery has to last. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me speed things up a bit. This is good. All right, now we're gonna add the baking powder, and it's going to be a tablespoon. So let's do this. Let's mix everything. I bet I could do it with my hands, but at this point, let's keep the process with the spatula. It's working well. And there are simple things in the kitchen that really changes our experience. For example, I bought this giant bowl 3 weeks ago, probably, and it was my dream to have a bowl this big. I only had that small one that we made the banana cookies, you know? Having a giant bowl makes things easier. Maybe you just need to update your kitchen tools. This is looking good. Okay, guys, I don't know if I should use both baking pans or not. It doesn't look like much. I'll just use one and let's see how it goes. I'm not gonna add the parchment paper. I'll just spray a little bit of coconut oil as well, and that's it. All right. Now let's spread it. I'm so excited. That's it, guys. That's it. And I'm so excited to bake it. Look at it. Now, when the potatoes are done, these are gonna bake for, I don't know, probably 30 minutes. Let me double check. I didn't find this recipe, actually. I made it with ChatGPT. So, 40 minutes. And I made a huge mistake, guys, I'm sorry, which is whenever we're baking, we always want to place the tools and bowls, plates, dishes we used in the water. Let me get the potatoes out so you can see them. This is greatness. Let's bake it. for 40 minutes or until it's golden. Bake 180, 35 minutes, and then we check it. All right, guys, I took a little break to have dinner. Now it's 10:20. We've been here for 2 hours, right? Around that. But I don't think it's bad. So we did the overnight oats, the banana cookies, the sweet potato, the bread. Now we're gonna cut some veggies. We have carrots, tomatoes, the broccoli, and I've already got some chopped onions, which is great. But before starting anything new, let me put the sweet potatoes away. Looking good. Now let's do the broccoli first. And guys, I know it sounds ridiculous, but yes, I'm gonna even prepare the broccoli. I'm not gonna cook it right now, but simply because during the week, I just wanna grab things from the fridge and eat them. Now the broccoli, I'll have to boil it before eating or baking it before eating, but I just want to cut them into florets. So this is a crown, a broccoli crown, and these are florets. And the bread is ready. And I'm not gonna throw this away, okay? Just this bottom part. But the rest, I like to freeze them and add to soups. Just like we do with potatoes, the same thing. I also like to have beets during the week, but the past 2 weeks, I think we had 4 beets. That's okay. That's enough. This goes to the fridge. This goes to the freezer. And we also got this container here that I'm gonna chop some carrots, add them here, and also freeze them. If you place them in a baking tray, with some seasonings and coconut oil or whatever oil you use. It's so good. Okie dokie. To the freezer. Now, let me run some water on this. Oh, let's see the bread. I forgot about the bread. Let's check the bread. Okay, it doesn't look golden brown at all, so I'll just bake it for longer. I baked it for 35 minutes, so now it's gonna be there for 15 minutes. Now for these carrots, I'm gonna cut them vertically. And I didn't realize this back then, but we have no idea on the difference it makes when we cut the veggies in different ways. How we feel the food in our mouths change. The taste changes. The texture changes. The amount of water in the veggie changes. So for me, it's kind of interesting to play around with that. I should have started cooking earlier. This is not the optimum time to be cooking, 10:37 p.m. But as I said, we went for a walk at the beach. It was so nice. And I just don't want to do this tomorrow. I could, but I don't want to. And also Bruno is at the studio. He's focused on his stuff as well, so I've got time. Oh, and I said what I was gonna do, but I didn't explain how I'm gonna eat what I prepared, right? So the carrots, the tomatoes, the chicken, and the wraps, and the avocados, which I'm not gonna cut right now, are for the wraps, right? So this is one thing. I also have got some lettuce in the fridge. Now the sweet potatoes, we're gonna have them with the broccoli, baked or cooked or steamed, with the minced meat, and that's pretty much it. So we have 2 different options for the week, and we're gonna interchange them. So One day we eat the wrap, and the other day we eat the sweet potatoes with minced meat, so on and so forth. And the bread is for me to eat during the week. The cookies for Brenda to take to the studio. Carrots are good. Ta-da! To the fridge. And the last but not least, the tomatoes. And don't worry about the seeds. What I like to do is I cut them as I'm gonna use them, and then I run some water to remove the seeds with a pasta drainer or a sift. So that's not an issue for now. That's an issue for later. Guys, I'm so sorry to tell you that, but my battery is almost dying, my camera battery. So I'll just let you know what my next steps are in case the battery dies, all right? So I'm gonna run the water through the tomatoes to remove the seeds. Then I'm gonna place them in the container and put them in the fridge. After that, make the minced meat. But first I'm gonna saute some onions with olive oil and then add the minced meat, add some seasonings, and for the chicken breast, I'm gonna also cut them into thick pieces, like chicken breast steaks, squeeze some lemon on top. Some of the chicken breast I'm gonna put away in the freezer, and some of the chicken breast I'm gonna leave in the fridge. And that's it for now. All right, everybody, now the pan is already heated. The onions are already here, kind of not melting, but they're defrosting. Very soon I'll have to turn the fan on. But what are we gonna do now? This is the ground beef, right? We gotta work on the onions first. I'm gonna add some olive oil. But with the chicken breast, as I said, I'm gonna cut them into thick kind of steaks. Squeeze a lot of lemon juice on them, adding some extra seasonings. For example, a little bit of turmeric. Once again, paprika is my favorite. Salt, of course, pepper, and there's also this seasoning from Trader Joe's that I love. I'll also add some of that. And for the ground beef, I'll add paprika, salt, and pepper. Nothing more. Actually, a little bit of ground cumin as well. 16%, guys. I think I'm not gonna make it. Let's run. Paprika, salt, ground cumin, and just a hint of garlic powder. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Now it's 11:25. As I said before, probably I would have finished it before if I kept my mouth shut. But as long as I like to speak, I like to talk, yap, 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 and we're recording this video, well, there's a purpose for all the talking. These are the chicken breasts. They are seasoned with lemon, paprika, garlic, citrusy garlic, and what else? And salt. And these are the 2 containers for the ground beef. It tastes delicious. The onions are right on the right spot. Now, you saw the bread, but I want to taste the bread before anything else. So let's do it together. And by the way, can you see this mess? I'm gonna clean everything up before taking a shower. Yes, I'm not going to bed with everything dirty today. Not today. What am I doing? The bread, yes. And by the way, I didn't forget about this friend right here. I'm gonna grab 2 eggs, blend them there, add a little bit of flour, I don't know which flour yet, add a little bit of salt, make like small balls and bake them. Yes, I'm still gonna do this today, but I won't share it with you because we only have 7% of battery, all right? So let's, oh my God, I wanna see my bread. The texture is good, okay? Can you see the, no, you can't. Let me take this out of the thing. This is so nice. So guys, here's my bread. I hope it's good. I think you won't see it, right? Will you? No, you won't, but let me just... There's a crust, can you hear it? Oh my God, there's a crust. So it's crunchy, is it? Oh no. I don't know if it's completely baked. It smells good though. Can you see that it's warm? I'll heat it before eating anyway, because it will be in the fridge. But let's taste it. No. It needs more time in the oven. Oh boy, I think that the the dough is too heavy. But it's promising. It's promising. Yeah, I'll just warm it up before eating and everything will be fine. This is a potato bread, and I believe that probably I used bigger potatoes than I should, but it doesn't matter, it's good. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me chew and swallow. Thank you so much for tuning in, for watching this long video. As I said, my idea was only to record the bread recipe, but I was like, yeah, whatever, let's do the whole thing. Oh my God, what a journey. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this video, but I have to do it for this week, so let's find out. Now it's 11:30. As I said, if I was cooking straight to the point without explaining things and just doing like in action with some rock and roll on, probably I would have finished it before, but regardless, we did a lot of things. It was fun. I hope you had enjoyed your practice, all right? And if you did, please let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Like the video and also share with your friends that are learning English. Can we do that? I bet you can. Now it's up to me to deal with my choices in this messy kitchen. But it's for a good reason. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for today, and see you in the next one. Bye.